one of the co-founders of Keepstream. This is Jim England, also a co-founder. We have a third guy, Houston, who's back at home working hard. Good stuff. Our apartment is our office. It's the best way to run your company. So Keepstream is a social media curation tool. And it's very similar to social bookmarking sites like Dig or Delicious, where basically those sites are very website-centric. But we really need a way to save and preserve things like tweets, Facebook posts, other social content. Things like events like this happen all the time. Tech Cocktail last night, and there's all these great conversations happening online, things that you'd like to preserve and be able to have conversations about later. And there aren't good platforms to be able to save those things. Searches on Twitter, they only last for so long. They get noisy over time because people add new things using those keywords. And so Keepstream is a way to be able to preserve that and repurpose it. We have an embed widget where basically you can take content that you've been curating and adding to your collections on Keepstream and place them on your company website, on your blog, on anywhere you want to be able to place that content. So it really makes taking social content and making it really easy to move around and make mobile. So we're just going to go ahead and show you our software so you can kind of see how it works. Basically, Jim's going on to Twitter and finding some tweets related to the Tech Cocktail hashtag.
Sweet.
And all he has to do is...
tweet some stuff. Oh, that's Frank, look at that.
All you have to do is favorite stuff because we have basically a Twitter client built into our product. So it'll be aware of all the things that you favorite, all the things you have in lists, etc. We also have a bookmarklet, which makes it easy to, if you go into any status, you can just hit the bookmarklet, or we're compatible with any web pages. So in the same way you'd like to save something on Delicious, you can save something in the Keepstream. And so Jim's basically just adding all the things in our creation interface from the left side, which is the sources of information, to the actual collection, which is on the right side. And he can control the presentation, drag things around, and actually then save that, and it creates a public URL. So he can share the link. As you can see, we have a short URL, keep.la. He can send it out. It automatically puts in people's names that you added, so that way it has that social element. People can kind of see that they're being quoted in your collection and that they can actually come and participate in this. And so this is kind of the basic product we've built so far. It's very creation-centric. You, as a person on Keepstream, are a curator. You're searching for content and discovering it and adding it to different collections so that you can share it to your networks or embed it on a blog or website. But Jim's going to talk a little bit about kind of what our plans are going forward and how we want the website to kind of evolve.
So basically right now, it's really Twitter-centric. Right now it's more or less a Twitter client on the left-hand side, but we're using an open standard called activity streams. So that way we can include Facebook and other social platforms. And kind of the concept will be you're kind of remixing your social life on the internet and organizing it into collections. And so in the next couple of months, we're going to be integrating with different feature sets on different platforms. For example, every time you do like a Facebook like or a Twitter retweet, we will pull those content into Keepstream, and it's like a social archive of what you've done on the internet.
And so it's going to help to make it a lot easier for people to use Keepstream, because now the things that you're already doing on other websites is going to be automatically kind of pulled in addition to actually manually creating these specific collections. And so we can kind of switch from more of this creation mentality to become more of a reader mentality. Where do you go to find the most interesting web content on particular topics that's going to be relevant as well as timely? And Keepstream is going to eventually be that place for you to find that content.
It's like a layer on top of the real-time web for people that aren't really interested in going to Twitter every day and seeing like the mundane updates. They just want to see the best stuff. So that's our long-term vision for Keepstream. So do you guys have any questions?